So today is 9/22, which is Fed day. Now Fed days are supposed to be choppy, and then the decision after the press conference things happen. But this is something really weird. 13.87 in the morning, it was 16.87 over here, positive NYSE. Okay, this is totally weird. I have not seen this happen ever. So it feels as though the market has front run everything. I feel initially the market was afraid about tapering. Okay, market was afraid about tapering, and so what it did, it sold off. Plus the China thing was there, and then looking at the China stuff and everything, in the market felt as though there's going to be no tapering now, maybe in November or December, and so it ran up. So all the front running is done. Now let's see what it does. For me, I am reducing my exposure. Okay, I had FANG that is actually doing very well. Okay, this is what I had. I had taken a call over here on this day. Now I've reduced half of it because over here it could definitely slow down. So I'm out of FANG, half of FANG. I am out. I had this. Okay, this is like a Square company, competition to Square, I think. Okay, it was showing a hammer last week, and I took a call. Now here it is challenging the downtrend line. Again, took half off already. Then Visa yesterday took this. It is a very good setup on the weekly. Okay, this was the previous reference high. From there it bounced on the weekly. It is a look below and fail setup. Now over here it has slowed down. It is still a steep downtrend line. I was thinking it can go to this 226, but because of the Fed, I mean, I'm not seeing much power in terms of RSI increasing. So I'm like, okay, in one day I got some 50-60 bucks per contract. I'm out. So I have reduced. I closed FANG. I closed Visa. Then I have apps as a call spread, so I'm going to keep that. That is anyway running up. Then Zillow I had already taken. I had closed it yesterday. Even though it was a December, I plan to get back in on Zillow. It is actually okay. It tested the 21 day twice. Went up, came back down. Now still it is here. As long as it is above this 93 area, 93.5 area, it is a buy for at least this test of this 50 day at around 100. But I am looking at it to come to this 110. So I'm going to wait for any of longs till the Fed. So Zillow, Snap is the only one that mainly I'm going to keep it even after the Fed. Facebook is tanking mainly because of the ad revenue and everything. So I was actually trying to fill a iron condor, sell something here, sell something here. This is a 50 day, right? This is the 150 day moving average. And then this is part of the regression channel. So I'm like, okay, at around 320, even if it comes here between 325, 328 and 320, it can come, right? It can keep slowly. It doesn't have to, even if the market is going higher, it can slowly fade here to test these areas. So I was planning to do a iron condor. Didn't get filled with what I wanted. So I didn't take that. So Facebook is something where I think it will slowly keep fading and the money is going to go towards Snap. And that is the reason Snap is one thing that I'm not taking out. Now, SoFi is something that I already had in my IRA, so I didn't go ahead and take it. But this is, again, it is the same kind of a structure in terms of what Uber had. Okay, Uber gapped above the IPO open and challenged the downtrend line. Okay, so over here it is going to take some time because there is so much of supply here that it will take some time, but now it is a buy the dip kind of a stock for me. Anything as long as it is above its IPO open, I am going to buy Uber, look for dips to buy. Similarly in SoFi, okay, it has gapped up, and over here this is the 61.8, this is the 150-day moving average. So over here, as long as it takes some few days of rest, and then it can challenge the 20 area, 19 to 20 area. So these are I'm looking at SoFi, Uber, Snap for as dip buying. Zillow, I'll look at it, but Lucid yesterday, okay, QS is another one. It is again doing the same thing like what SoFi and Uber, right, or Zillow. They all have slowly, all the moving averages have caught up and the price has gone over it. So now I'm looking at QS. Maybe it goes through. Lucid had its day. So, but now this is, okay, Lucid, this is a dark cloud cover. So it will take time, right? This is again, if you look at it, this is definitely going to, over here, this is going to be a resistance, and this is where it is. So after a couple of days, maybe it has gained some power. But right now, because of Fed and everything yesterday, Lucid, people should have taken their profit. Then the other thing that I'm looking at is Boeing actually, okay. Boeing is showing, it was over here, this is the, okay, 2020 low. If you connect that over here, it is right at that, it is at the downtrend line. So it actually went above this downtrend line, slowly kept fading. All kinds of news, good, bad, whatever happened, it is slowly fading, and now it is showing here this pop. There is a gap here. Now I don't know whether we get there, but this is a bigger trend line that I have, okay, from all the way here in 09 low. Okay, if I take the 09 low and connect the down, it comes over here. So and there is a gap there. So I don't know whether we keep fading here and coming here, but as of now it looks as though it is trying to reverse. So I'm keeping an eye on Boeing. But FANG, Boeing, everything that has been down. My biggest P&L problem over here is this Disney. I had a 200, 210. I had multiple layers of call spreads for December as leaps. And I was thinking that, every time it comes here, it falls. It will, this 50-day and all are going to be, and then maybe earnings or something can get it going to this 200. So I had a leap there, pretty big size. So, and yesterday with Disney CEO saying that they're having some issues, that is where my problem is as of now. UPST, finally there is a red day. Okay, I did my fibs again properly, and this is where the final target comes. It is showing a nice doji kind of a spinning top. Yeah, it's a spinning top. I am looking at it to short. If the Fed reaction is that we fall, I am going to short this. What else? I am path. I was looking at, it is showing, this is where I want to buy it. Okay, if you take the fib from the high to this low, the target comes at around 49.20. Then if you draw a channel for these prices, downtrend line, that also comes and meets at around 49.30. So I just wanted to break 50 for me to get long. It's not going there. So let's see. This is one thing that I'm looking at. But other than that, I am trying to figure out a way to actually hedge myself before the Fed. This is the 150 day and the small intraday. This is the, so this fib is the from here, which is August low, okay, that fib, and that comes to 30 day, okay, 30 day fib from low to high. I'm looking at that. So it came to the target and then it has been bouncing. I am looking at this 421 area, which is the 150 day, okay, which would be the 150 day. This would be again this kind of a high, which is around May, right? We will go back to the May prices. This is going to be the second target. So I am looking at 421. So maybe I'm going to find a way to do some kind of a butterfly over here to pin it for this Friday. I don't want to risk a lot because the put premium is pretty high. So this is what I am planning before the Fed. But as it is, I have reduced my exposure quite a bit. Half of FANG out. I still have this. Finally, it is showing some strength. Nicely rounded bottom is trying to happen. Today, if it closes anywhere above 530, then we are looking at it closing above the 8 for the first time. Okay, so this is slowly building up momentum. I mean, no momentum at this stage, but it is slowly turning around. So that's one I have. Not much. I am definitely looking to short more than go long. Even Nasdaq. Okay, so I have an IWM, okay, butterfly for next week, which is going to be, which is 217, 221. No, yeah, 217, 220, 223. Okay, so this is where I'm thinking that we fall in QQQ and SPY, whereas IWM holds, and then we get going after the next week, probably get going more towards the short cap, small cap, and that's what I'm positioning myself. Okay, nothing more. Bye.